welcome back to another episode of Combat Step. We are about to proceed to combat, but before we move phases, please like and let us know in the comments which deck you're cheering for. Deck lists are in the description below. Before we delve into the depths of the multiverse, continue supporting our channel in its quest to bring you more thrilling content. By becoming a patron supporter, you'll gain access to exclusive perks and help us continue to create top-notch videos. Be sure to use our Dragon Shield and Ink Gaming affiliate links in the description when you purchase your next set of products. Don't forget to follow us on social media and stay updated on the latest news, deck techs, and community discussions. And of course, make sure to subscribe to our channel to join the ever-growing community of fellow Planeswalkers. With your support, we'll continue to explore the boundless possibilities of Magic the Gathering together.
We'll play an island and cast a Wayfarer Bubble, and I'll pass.
Play planes, and I will pass.
Alright, I'll draw. I'm gonna play Drown Jungle Tap. Pass.
Tap, draw. I'll play a Snow-Covered Mountain. Pay 2, well 3, but I have a colors floating, and I'll Demonic Tutor. I will pass while I tutor.
Untap, draw a card. Ooh, that's fun. I'll play a land, and I'll pass after that.
Draw. Play a Karplusan Forest as land for turn, and cast a Legion's Initiative. And I will pass after that.
Alright, one tap, upkeep draw. It's out of Courtyard. And a Lionel Elves. And pass.
On your step, I'll sacrifice my bauble, so I save some time.
Okay. I will untap, upkeep, and draw. Play a Field of Ruin as my land. And then I'm going to tap and play a Mayhem Devil.
Ooh. You got it.
And I will pass.
Alright. Draw a card. We'll play a Nephalia Drownyard. I can pay 3 and tap it to have somebody mill. And I'll tap 2 to cast a younger Lazav. Wearer of Faces, he's a 2/3. Whenever he attacks, I can exile a card from a graveyard. And then I'll investigate. Whenever I sacrifice a clue, I can have him become a copy of one of the cards I exiled.
Play a Forest, and I will tap 3 for a Herald's Horn, naming dinosaurs. And I will pass.
One tap, upkeep draw. I'm gonna play a Spectral Searchlight. Pass the turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, and draw a card. I will tap for 2 and play a Impact Tremors. And then I will pass the turn.
Untap, draw a card. I will play an island, tap 5 to cast a Nemesis of Reason. 3/7 whenever he attacks, that defending player mills 10 cards. I guess I'll send a 2/3 over to, I don't know, the dinosaurs. And then on attack, I'll exile the tutor from your graveyard for Jace on that tutor.
Okay, it's exiled.
And I will make a clue.
Clues.
After that, I got nothing else. I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep. I will draw a card. Planes. I'll tap 2, 1 reduce from the Herald's Horn. I'll cast a Ranging Raptors. Whenever it's dealt damage, I tutor for a basic.
Ooh.
I'll tap 2, tapping the forest for green, taking 1 damage, and I will Farseek and pass.
Tap, keep draw. For Preordain.
Grab Jetmir's Garden.
Scry 2. I'll put this one on top, this one on the bottom. Then I will draw. I'll play my land, Reliquary Tower. The rest doesn't matter for Kydele. And pass the turn.
Untap. Come on, white mana source. You're an asshole. Guess I'll pass the turn again.
Tap, no effects, draw a card. Oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need. I'll tap 2, cast a Sky Diamond. From there, I'll play a Drowned Catacomb and go into combat. So I'll send Lazav over to Milk Bags, and then a 3/7 over to the dinosaurs. On attack, dinosaurs mill 10.
Raptors, Thunderherd Migration, Itali Primal Storm.
Oh, I want Atali. I don't care what these ones are.
Central Imitator, Annie joins up, Marauding Raptor, Croson Verge, enters Restoration, Kajali Sunwing, and Rhythm of the Wild.
I would like to exile Atali from your graveyard.
That's a good hit.
And then I make a clue. Okay, I have no other effects.
I will declare no blocks and take 3.
3, take 2, and I will just pass.
Untap, upkeep, Herald's Horn.
Storm.
I will draw a card. I will tap a 4, tapping the Culprin Forest for red, taking a damage. 1 reduced from the Herald's Horn. I will cast Pantlaza.
Let's go, baby.
And I will discover for 5 because it will getting a buff from the Legion's initiative. A Soul Ring.
Still pretty good.
And I will pass the turn after that.
Untap. Draw. Cast Eligath. That's my turn.
I'll pay 2. I'm going to sacrifice Field of Rune. I'm going to blow up your Reliquary Tower. Everybody goes and gets a basic.
Oh, baby.
I'm getting a basic.
And take 1 for the Mayhem. And
Does it enter the battlefield untapped?
It just says put it on the battlefield. See ya. And then the Mayhem Devil, because it is a sacrifice, ping the Llanowar Elves and kill it.
Yeah, I'll just do 1 to opt. And I'll draw 2.
Sure.
And my world is done.
Alright. That one I got at least I got all my colors, and everybody got to ramp a little bit, so it's not, we're gonna feel like it's not too bad.
I didn't get the ramp.
Yeah, you did. Well, I mean, I guess you didn't really ramp, but at least you got to replace the land, so. I will draw. I'll play a Haunted Ridge. It enters untapped unless I control 2 or more of their lands, which I do. I will cast Negan. So the way Negan works is when Negan enters the battlefield, I choose a player. That player and I secretly choose a creature of theirs, and that creature gets sacrificed, so I'll just write it down, and whoever I choose, when it's time, you can just point to it if you want, and then I'll reveal. But I also have a creature entering the battlefield trigger from Impact Tremors, which is going to deal 1 damage to each opponent. I will pick you, Golgari Guildgate, so you'll pick a creature, I'll pick a... Alright, whenever you're ready. You lose them both.
I'll lose them both.
I will make 2 treasures, and those are sacrifices, so that does trigger the Mayhem Devil twice to do 2 damage to any target. Got 2, 3. I guess I'll deal 2 damage right to you, Guard, because I am going to sacrifice 1 treasure for white, and I'll play an Esper Sentinel. And then I'm going to go to combat. Mayhem Devil is going to come at you for 3 more, Golgari.
Alrighty.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Yes, I will end a turn, sack a clue to draw a card.
Trigger Mayhem Devil. I'll ping Ryan this time.
Okay. Tap, draw again.
Oh, and everybody lost a life from Esper, by the way.
I'm just going to pay these 4, get my commander out here, and I'll just pass it. Tell you.
Untap, upkeep, Herald's Horn. I will draw Battlefield Forge as land return. And then pass the turn.
Untap. I'll keep draw. And cast a Elven Firesight. I'll draw 3. It's not just Temple of False Gods, which sucks as well. Yep.
Are you paying the 1 for Esper?
No, I need my manas.
I'm gonna draw.
Then I'll tap 2 green and a blue to kick a joint exploration, and I will draw 3.
Yep.
Then I will put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. I will put an island onto the battlefield. Then this goes to 7. Okay, I'll tap Kydele for 7 colorless and hardcast a Null Drifter. I can play my land for turn now, which will be Temple of the False God. I guess I'll tap for blue and 2 colorless. For an Ominous Seas, move to combat. Declare Eligath attacking Jace for 5 in the air.
I guess I can spare the 5 for this one time. Don't do it again, though. He'll die.
Alright, that's fine. And I will pass.
Tap, upkeep, and draw. Play an Exotic Orchard as my land. I'm sacrificing one of my treasures, which will trigger the Mayhem Devil. I'll deal 1 damage to Ryan, because you're still at the highest life total out of my opponents.
Take 1.
To cast a Smothering Tithe.
I'll activate my Nephalia Drown Yard and mill Jace for 3.
Okay.
My commander's out, so let me know if any creatures hit the yard.
It is a Crackling Doom and 2 lands. Tap for 3. And play a Plague Crafter. When Plague Crafter enters the battlefield, there are 2 triggers. There's an Impact Tremors trigger, so each opponent loses 1 life. And then there's a trigger for every opponent to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. Each player who can't discards a card, but everybody's got creatures. I'll sack Plague Crafter. To himself.
I'll have a response to the Plague Crafter trigger.
Oh.
I will tap Boros to exile the Legion's initiative to exile my creatures until the next combat step.
Nice.
And since I have no creatures, I will be forced to discard.
Yes. I also have a couple more triggers. I have 3 Mayhem Devil triggers, and then I make 2 treasures because my opponents each sacrificed one of the ones I could anyways.
I will discard a Chroma's Will.
Okay. I will deal 1 damage to Golgari and 3 damage to Ryan. Go to late combat.
My stuff will come back in from exile.
Okay.
They come in, Pantlaza will trigger, I will discover for 4. A Monster Manual.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I will send Negan at Ryan, and I'll send the Mayhem Devil at Golgari. So 4 at Ryan, 3 at Golgari.
Take 4.
Looks good.
And it's 4 commander for what it's worth. Probably will never kill you to commander damage, but in case it matters. That's all I can do. I think pass the turn.
Alright. Untap. Untap, untap, untap. I will draw a card.
Smothering Tithe trigger. Do you pay the 2?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
Recast the commander. That's about all I got. I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, Herald's Horn.
Are you?
And then I draw. I will not pay for Smothering Tide.
Cool. I'll make a treasure. 3 treasures. Negan will remember you being so kind and generous.
Right before
Same
Lucy
true
comes,
for me.
right before
You didn't pay
Lucy
for
comes
your
out.
Smothering Tithe. He did. Or you paid for his. He did not. So Negan
Right. So is the same true being the opposite?
pay for it. Negan doesn't forget. Don't pay for it, and I make you my Glen.
He comes at you with a bat. Oh god, the Clem.
Yeah.
3, 4, paying for Esper Sentinel for Kadamas Reach.
Okie dokie. Rampin'.
I'll grab a forest and a mountain. Have the mountain come to play, forest go to hand, and that will be my land for turn. No, I will pass the turn.
Draw. Forest.
Did you pay for your Smothering Tithe when you drew?
No, you can have it.
4 treasures.
Wait a few, it's not going to make a difference.
Oh, this is so gonna get out of control.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna make it even more out of control.
Oh.
Buying a lot of cards here. 40.
Drawing. How many?
6 cards.
6 cards. Oh boy. Are you going to pay for any of those?
No, you can have your 6.
I need to get a D20 for this. Alright.
I might as well do this. I'll have a response to the first smothering type trigger.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll pay 2 and activate the monster manual. And I will put out Atali Primal Conqueror.
Yeah.
So in that ETBs, each player exiles the top card until they get a non-land. And I can cast those without paying mana.
So is that after he drew?
I think that's before.
Yeah.
That's alright, I have them separate.
Okay.
Is that before?
Yeah.
Yep.
So we exile till we get a non-land.
Yep.
Entrancing Melody.
Well, that's easy. You got an Ingenious Artillerist from me.
I'll leave the Artillerist and the Mind Crank in exile, and the enchanting, and the enchanting song, enchanting melody,
Entrancing Melody goes through.
entrancing melody.
Okay. All right.
And what I got is Earthshaker Dreadmaw. When it ETBs, draw a card for each other dinosaur I control.
Ooh.
So it will be 3.
7.
And then did you pay for Esper? Am I drawing off Esper Sentinel?
Yeah, you can draw.
Alright, so I'm
I can't
drawing
do
off
anything.
Esper. I make the treasures. I have 10 treasures now.
I'll use 5 of that colorless for a downgrade regent. Or cast a Kozilek's command. X equals 2. I'm going to create 2 colorless spawns, and I will exile the Esper Sentinel.
Okay, it is exiled.
I'll make 2 spawns. Swing Eligath at you, Jace, for 5 in there.
Guess I'm taking 5.
Yeah, I guess I'll go to my end step and I'll draw for the Monarch, and I will sack my 2 spawns to pay for the draw.
Nice.
They are sacrificed, so that does trigger Mayhem Devil twice. I'll
Okay.
hit Joe for 2.
I'll take it.
That's to you, Jace.
End step, I am going to sacrifice 1 of my treasures, which will trigger. I'll ping Joe again, and I'll I would like to vamp tutor.
Nope.
Alright.
No.
I will lose 2 life and go searching for a card and putting it on top of my library. Untap, upkeep, and draw said card. I will sacrifice 5 treasures, go down to 4. I'll ping Golgari for 4.
Sure.
Or 5, I'm sorry. 5.
You got it.
I'll play a Gary ETB, 2 triggers. Impact Tremor triggers, each opponent loses 1. Gary trigger, each opponent will lose X, where X is my Devotion of Black. My Devotion of Black is 4. I will be gaining 12. Sacrifice 4 more. I will do 2 to Joe and 2 to Ryan. Play Restoration Angel. When Restoration Angel enters the battlefield, that triggers Impact Tremors, 1 more to each opponent.
I will have a response to Restoration Angel.
Sure.
3 Teferi's Protection.
Ooh.
Yeah. That happens.
All right. So flicker the Gary, and we're taking 4 more.
You're taking 4 more, and I'm gaining 8 this time instead of 12 since
My life total can't change.
yeah. I guess I'll just pass my turn.
Okay. Yeah, I will untap. Draw a card.
Smothering Tithe.
Sure. How many? You have 0 treasures?
I have 0.
I will then pay 2 black. Alright. I'm a little bit worried about the gray merchant, and I don't think that killing it is going to do anything, there's probably going to be recursion. So I'm a little bit at a standstill here. I'd like to cast a Sorceress Squall. It has Delve. That's why I exiled some cards. It says target opponent mills 9 that I can cast an instant or sorcery for free from that graveyard, and then exile it. I think I want to target Jace and see what we run into.
So I'm milling 12?
You're milling 9.
9. Alright, so my 9 cards are Enlightened Tutor, Swords to Plowshares, creature is Carter Doomscourge, got some lands, Blood Artist is another creature, Path to Exile, another land, and Perforos God of the Forge. So you got some pretty decent hits there.
Sure. Okay, my commander will become a copy of Blood Artist.
Alright.
And then I will target the let's see. It was Path and Swords. I just want to exile Gary.
Swords and Enlightened Tutor, yeah.
Enlightened Tutor, probably, I don't think that's going to do much. It might like turbo mill, but I'm not in that position. So I'm going to target the Path and then exile Gary, find a land.
Okay, so with you putting Path to Exile on the stack, I will respond and tap for a white, and I will attempt to Cloud Shift the Restoration Angel. Angel comes back. Impact Tremors trigger from the Angel. Everybody loses 1. Impact. The Angel will then target Gary. Gary comes back. Everybody lose another 1 from Gary entering, and then Gary will do 4. You'll lose 4 life from Gary, and Joe's not here yet, right? So I'll only be 8, right?
Nope, not yet.
And then Gary is exiled, and I go get a basic land.
I'll pass.
Okay, all my stuff will phase back in.
And grab up the planes.
Untap, upkeep, Herald's Horn. Look at the top. I will draw.
Are you paying for the Smothering Tithe?
I will not pay for Smothering Tide.
I'll make a treasure.
Play Unclaimed Territory as land for turn. Paying 2 life, and I will transform Itali. Then go to combat. I'll swing the Earthshaker Dreadmaw and Itali over at Jace.
I will pay 1 with the treasure and 1 more. Sacking the treasure will trigger Mayhem Devil. I will ping you, Joe, for 1 and play Liliana's Triumph. Each opponent sacrifices a creature.
I will sacrifice the Ranging Raptors.
I'll sacrifice Kydele.
I don't have much of a choice. So I'll sacrifice my Blood Artist. I guess I'll get a couple triggers on the way out and target Jace with all of them.
How much?
It's 3.
Okay. And I make 3 treasures in because of the 3 things that you guys sacrificed. I will block a Tali with the Restoration Angel, so at least I won't die to infect necessarily. So I go to damage, I take 7 infect, and okay, so I'll take 6.
I will pass the turn after that.
Untap. Keep draw. I don't think I can pay. Nope.
I will make a treasure.
You're a Mercfuge.
Nice.
I'll play land for turn, command tower, and then I'll tap for wilderness reclamation, and then I will go to combat, and I will swing 6 in the air at AGS and 9.
And I take another 6 commander. I'm at 16 commander.
And then I will move to my end step, and I will untap my lands. Draw a card.
Paying for Smothering Tithe on that.
Yes, I'll pay.
Okay. Untap.
I will untap my creatures with machine.
I will do 2 and sacrifice 1 treasure. The treasure is going to trigger Mayhem Devil. I'll deal 1 damage to Joe.
Take 1.
I'll play a Merciless Executioner. When it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature.
Okay. I will sacrifice the Earthshaker Dreadball.
That triggers impact tremors.
I'm gonna remove 8 counters and create a Kraken, and then sack the Kraken.
Okay, impact tremors makes everybody lose 1, and then I'll sacrifice the Executioner. So I make 2 treasures. I go up to 5 treasures, and play a Charming Prince. Charming Prince triggers impact tremors. Each opponent loses a life. When Charming Prince enters the battlefield, I'm going to choose 1. Exile a target creature I control until my next end step. I'm going to choose the Restoration Angel to be exiled. I'm going to go to combat. I will swing 7 at Golgari.
Yeah, you got it.
So Golgari will die, go to my end step, and the Charming Prince brings back the Restoration Angel. That will trigger impact tremors. Each opponent loses 1. Restoration Angel will flicker a creature. It's going to flicker Negan. Negan coming in will make impact tremors trigger. Each opponent loses 1 again. And then Negan is going to target Joe.
I will have a response to the trigger.
Sure.
I will channel Touch of the Spirit Realm to Itali.
Okay. Well, then that leaves you with only 1 creature, right?
Yep, so it will only be
Pantlaza. Yeah. So I make a treasure from that being sacrificed. That is all I can do. I'll pass to you.
Draw.
Smothering Tithe.
I will pay the 2.
Okay.
I will tap 2 and Blasphemous Act.
Nice.
I'll respond. I will sacrifice my 6 treasures, and I will deal 4 damage to Ryan and kill him.
I'll respond. 4, 5. I'm gonna draw 3 cards and see what I get.
Are you paying for any of those?
Nope, you can have them.
Okay, so I make 3 more treasures. The other 2 damage is going to Joe. Okay, so Ryan dies. Then I will sacrifice the other 3 treasures that Ryan so generously gave me to deal 3 more damage to Joe.
1, 2, 3.
And then Blasphemous Act happens.
Then I will go to my end step. Touch the Spirit Realm will trigger. Itali will come back. It will trigger. We each exit flip until we get a non-land permanent.
You got Acrobatic Maneuver from me.
And I got a Quartz Word Crasher. Acrobatic.
It's another flicker, and you draw a card.
Yeah, I will do it again and target the
Are you
Itali.
paying for the draw?
And I will pay for Smothering Tide.
Okay. You got a Mox Opal.
And a Elemental Bond. I'll cast the Elemental Bond and the Moxel. And it is your go, Jace.
Alright, let's see if I do anything that helps me here. Draw a card. Tap for 7 and attempt to replay Negan.
In response to the cast, I will tap 2, activate the Monster Manual. I will put down Topiary Stomper.
Okay.
Trigger Elemental Bond to draw a card.
Trigger Smothering Tithe.
I will choose not to pay.
Make a treasure.
Topiary Stomper enters. I will go grab a basic. Eerie Interlude. Exile any number of target creatures I control, return them to the battlefield at the next end step. I will choose all my creatures.
That happens. Impact Tremor, you lose 1 life.
Lose a life.
I now have no legal targets to even name any creatures because you don't have any right now, so that doesn't really matter. It just fizzles. And I think you just swing and kill me, right, with a Tali. I guess I'll pass and see what happens.
End step. All my creatures come back in. Couple triggers. I'll draw 3 cards. First from Elemental Bond.
Smothering Tithe.
Pay for 1.
Okay, so I will make more.
Then Atali triggers. Non-land. Flip to a non-land.
You got a Marionette Master.
Out to, and I got a Rishkar's Expertise.
Marionette Master would have been great to draw.
I will choose not to cast either of them.
Okay.
Untap, upkeep, Herald's Horn, look at the top, draw.
Are you paying for that draw?
I will not pay.
I'll make a treasure.
Play a Plains as land for turn. 9. Paying 2. Transform Atali. And go to combat. Swing the Quartzwood Crasher and Atali over at you, Jace.
Yeah. I'm dead. Damn. I just ran out of juice and couldn't kill you at the little end there. If you didn't Blasphemous Act, that was what really got me.
Well, if I really didn't Teferi's Protection.
Well, that too. If you didn't... Teferi's Protection saved you for a part of it. I couldn't win the game at that moment, but I was able to... I could have done enough. And then... Blasphemous Act got you there. Took out my...
Heck, but you put in a lot of work.
I was trying. GG's, guys. I will catch y'all later.
Yep, see ya.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. This episode was brought to you by our friends at Dragon Shield. We will be giving away some of our Dragon Shield sleeves. Be sure to use our Dragon Shield affiliate link in the comments below when you make purchases from Dragon Shield. Every little bit of support helps our channel keep growing.